The movie begins in Romania, where the daughter of a well-known and highly respected businessman is getting married. The bride then thanks her father, Ivan, for everything he has done for her. She then invites everyone to dance, while the parents of the bride and groom sit chatting over drinks. After a while, a waiter arrived with the drinks and Ivan's bodyguards checked him first for his boss's safety. Once it was confirmed that the waiter was unarmed, they let him go. As the waiter was pouring the drink, he accidentally spilled it on Ivan's shirt and Ivan got angry with him. After apologizing and cleaning up the mess he made, the waiter quickly left. But on the other hand, Ivan's bodyguards then realized that their boss had just been killed. Then a fact was revealed that the waiter turned out to be a professional assassin in disguise named Vincent, and he hid a knife under the disc he carried to execute Ivan. Some of them managed to catch up to him and fight against the man. But Vincent could easily overpower them, and then just walk away from the house as if nothing had happened there. After finishing his work, Vincent then returned to his apartment. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a former hitman named Roland Flint is seen caring for his wife, Anna. In addition to caring for his wife who is in a coma after the assault incident by a drug kingpin, Flint also has to hide from the pursuit of corrupt cops who are trying to kill him because he has leaked their crimes. The scene then switches, and shows one of the leaders of Interpol, a man named Wilson Herod, who is angry and scolds two of his subordinates because their corruption has been discovered by the media because of Flint's actions. Not only leaking their crimes, Flint turned out to have taken the money from their corruption. So Wilson and his men were very ambitious to find his whereabouts and get their money back. One of Wilson's men, a man named Godfrey, then suggests to Wilson that they lure Flint out of his hiding place. Hearing this, another of Wilson's men named Shell immediately suggested that they take advantage of Polo Jacker, a drug lord who had abused Anna and tortured her into a coma until now. Wilson and his men also planned to free Polo from prison, because they know that Flint is determined to take revenge on Polo who had hurt his wife.
How many years now?
This is what he does best, and he is the best.
Hey, you got your share.
Start at the end of the month.
Okay, we get it.
For your sake, I hope.
The following days, Mrs. Pavlescu, the woman who owns the motel room where Flint is hiding, meets Flint and tells him there is a man who wants to meet him. Flint rushed to meet the man in his car, and then pointed a gun at his head and asked his purpose. The man, who introduced himself as Cully, then tells him that he wants to hire Flint to kill Polo Jacker, who is about to be released from prison. Cully even offers a reward of $1 million to Flint if he manages to kill Polo. However, he immediately realized that the job offer was a trap, so he immediately rejected the offer while insisting that he had retired as a hitman and just left.
Ticket's $1 million. I don't need the money. There's a job. I'm out of the business. He's being released. Target's Polo.
Meanwhile, at an antique shop, Vincent is seen meeting a man named Nalbandian to collect his wages after successfully completing his work. Nalbandian then gives Vincent a new job to kill Polo Jacker in exchange for a bag of diamonds worth $500,000. He seems interested in the rewards and decides to take the job.
Polo Jacker, a well-connected gentleman, double your usual fee.
After that, Vincent returned home to his apartment, where he then met his neighbor, a woman named October who turned out to work as a prostitute. When she met Vincent, October was with her pimp, Daniel. They had a short chat before Vincent finally entered his apartment, and immediately saved the diamond that Nalbandian had given him as an advance payment. Elsewhere, Polo was finally released from prison after serving a fairly short sentence. Knowing that his enemy had been released, Flint was reminded of the past where Polo and his men suddenly broke into his house and tortured his wife in front of his eyes. Flint, who can't get rid of the incident from his mind, then decides to accept Cully's offer.
It's me. I want in. I don't care about the money.
It's off the market.
You can come stay here.
That's good. All right.
When Flint calls Cully, he informs him that the job offer is no longer valid because it has been taken over by another contract killer, who is none other than Vincent. However, Flint apparently didn't care about the reward and just wanted to get information about Polo's whereabouts. At first, Cully was reluctant to help him because he only wanted revenge. But after Flint told what happened to his wife, Cully was willing to help him, even providing a sniper rifle that Flint usually used to kill his targets.
You sure you want to go through with it? Don't worry about me, Mom.
Before taking revenge, Flint then installed a hidden camera in Anna's room and asked Mrs. Pavlescu to take care of her for a while. The next day, Nalbandian informs Vincent that Polo will attend the trial of his younger brother Danzo, so Vincent prepares a plan to kill Polo on the spot. Not only Vincent, Flint, who also got the information from Cully, had prepared with his sniper rifle across the courthouse, and was about to kill Polo from there. When Polo and Danzo finally exit the courthouse, Flint fires a shot at him, but the shot misses and hits the van Vincent is driving. Because of that, Vincent's attempt to kill Polo also failed because his shot missed and instead hit Danzo. The situation immediately became chaotic, so Flint recklessly went to the streets to directly confront Polo and kill him. But before Flint reached Polo, he was suddenly shot by Godfrey and Shell, who were waiting for him near the courthouse.
Careful what you say.
The shooting incident also attracted the attention of the police, who immediately rushed to the scene. However, Flint managed to get up and quickly fled from the place before the police caught him, as did Godfrey and Shell, who did not want their actions to be known by the local police. The two of them even set fire to the car to get rid of the traces.
Looked. You won't quit till Polo's dead.
But you don't think we spoke then?
You see the look on his face?
Meanwhile, Polo looks very devastated over the death of Danzo, who was killed in the attack incident. He then asked his men to find out the mastermind behind the shooting incident because he was planning to avenge his brother's death. Elsewhere, Flint, who had a gunshot wound to his arm, appears to be being treated by Cully. Meanwhile, Vincent, who had returned to his apartment, looked so irritated by the noise Daniel made when he tortured October at the door of the woman's apartment. An annoyed Vincent then beat Daniel and drove him out of there.
That's enough. Disturbing me. Please home.
After that, Vincent asked October to stay in his apartment for a while because Daniel had locked her apartment's door and brought the key with him. Even though Vincent allows her to stay at his house, he warns her to be nice and not to touch his things. Vincent then gets a call from Nalbandian urging him to finish his work immediately, due to a request from their client, and informs him of Polo's current location. He rushes to the location mentioned by Nalbandian, leaving October alone at home.
Also have a possible location for our
Similar shooter. I thought it was exclusive. None touch anything.
In the meantime, Flint had arrived at the location first, and managed to bring down Polo's men who were guarding outside. After that, Flint then infiltrated the building to look for Polo's whereabouts. But instead he was attacked by Vincent, who had just arrived there. A fierce battle ensued between the two professional assassins, until the duel finally stopped after they pointed weapons at each other. Realizing that the man standing in front of him is a professional assassin, just like himself, Flint then insists that he only intends to kill Polo Jaker, and does not expect anything in return. He then tells Vincent about the actions of Polo and his gang that caused his wife to fall into a coma, so he intends to take revenge on them. Knowing that Flint has the same goals as him, Vincent decides to work with him to kill Polo and his gang. The cooperation seemed to benefit both parties, as Flint could get his revenge, while Vincent would get the payoff. Moreover, both of them are professional killers, so their chances of killing Polo and his gang are even greater.
Keep getting in each other's way.
Then stay out of it.
The whole million. And a free pair of hands.
Vendetta. Just what I need.
Like I said, I got history with Polo.
Shortly afterwards, Flint and Vincent went to the arms dealer, a man named Bartok, who was Polo's business partner. Threatened by Flint at gunpoint, he was forced to tell Polo's whereabouts.
I'm not gonna kill you. It's gonna blow.
Talk fast.
After receiving this information, Vincent shot Bartok, killing him, which then got him into a debate with Flint, who as much as possible did not want to kill anyone other than Polo. Vincent then proposes that they steal several weapons, including a brand new laser rifle from Bartok's premises, to make the murder look like an ordinary robbery. Elsewhere, Polo finally gets information about the person who killed his younger brother, none other than Vincent. After getting this information, he then ordered all his men to find Vincent's whereabouts and kill the man. Meanwhile, Vincent, who has returned to his apartment, tries to treat the whip wound on October's back, where they then engage in a conversation that brings the two closer to each other. After learning that Flint has been working with Vincent, a professional assassin, Cully also suggests that Flint go home to take care of his wife and let Vincent kill Polo alone. However, he insists that his revenge this time is not only against Polo, but also against Wilson and his henchmen who tried to kill him. Flint says the corrupt cops won't stop chasing him until they get their money back. Therefore, Flint sneaks into Wilson's house and threatens to kill him and his family if Wilson and his henchmen continue to hunt him down. The next day, Wilson, furious that Flint had dared to infiltrate his house and threaten him, then ordered Godfrey and Shell to kill him within 48 hours. Knowing that Polo Jaker and his gang had come to Nalbandian to inquire about Vincent's whereabouts, Godfrey and Shell then left with their men, where they then offered to cooperate with Polo in capturing and killing Flint. Godfrey says that Polo will be given immunity for life if he is willing to help them kill Flint. Without thinking, Polo immediately agreed, as long as they informed Vincent's whereabouts. Hearing this, Nalbandian also told Polo that he was willing to tell Vincent's whereabouts if Polo was willing to pay him the price he set. Long story short, Polo and his men managed to catch Cully, who was doing reconnaissance at that time. Polo then orders his men to torture him to get information about Flint. And after that, they killed Cully. In the meantime, Nalbandian asks Vincent to ally with him to trap Flint in City Hall, where Interpol will use Polo as bait to lure Flint out of his hiding place. Nalbandian did not even hesitate to offer 3 times the usual reward so that he would comply with his request. Vincent seemed to think about the offer for a while, and decided to accept it.
A third now.
After that, Vincent went to meet Flint and told him that Polo would be at City Hall tomorrow, and invited Flint to go with him so they could kill Polo together. Elsewhere, Daniel, who has a grudge against Vincent after he beat him, then goes to Polo and tells him the address where Vincent lives. On the following day, Flint and Vincent were at their respective places to carry out their plans. However, as Flint prepares to take aim at Polo, he is suddenly attacked by Polo's men, who are assisted by corrupt Interpol agents who have conspired to kill him. Due to fighting alone, Flint became desperate, until finally, he was paralyzed by them. As he was about to be taken away, Flint glared at Vincent, who had deceived him for his own gain. After carrying out Nalbandian's request, Vincent rushed to the man to collect his payment. But then, he gets a call from Polo, who is already in his apartment and is holding October hostage. Hearing this, Vincent rushed to his apartment, and found no one there except for October, who was lying lifeless on his bed. The enraged Vincent then returned to Nalbandian and returned the fee. Instead, he urges Nalbandian to tell him where the corrupt Interpol agents are holding Flint.
Gamble. I told him it was impossible to get me dead.
Meanwhile, in an old abandoned factory, Godfrey and Shell torture Flint to get information about the money he has stolen. With a mocking tone, Flint also said that he had spent all the money. They immediately became furious and prepared to kill Flint. But then, Vincent got there just in time, and immediately opened fire on Godfrey and his men, killing them. Vincent then apologizes to Flint for setting him up, and says that he will help him take revenge on Polo to atone for his mistakes. Flint didn't mind it, and then forgave Vincent. Knowing that Polo might be after Anna, Flint rushed to call Mrs. Pavlescu and asked the old lady to take Anna away from there.
Right now. What? Hello? Hello?
However, Polo and his men were already there first and did not hesitate to kill Mrs. Pavlescu. Flint knew that Mrs. Pavlescu had been killed by Polo, then ordered Vincent to hurry to his residence. They finally arrived at Flint's residence the next morning, where the two began reconnaissance and devised a plan before attacking. Not long after, Flint receives a video message from Polo showing that he has taken Anna hostage. He then urges Flint to turn himself in within 15 minutes, and threatens to kill Anna if Flint and Vincent do not obey his orders. Hearing this, they had no choice but to surrender themselves to Polo and his fully armed men. Polo then orders his men to kill Flint and Vincent. However, it turns out that both of them have devised a strategy by using Bartok's latest model of laser rifle that can be controlled remotely. Flint then controls the laser gun to kill Polo's men, while Vincent takes care of the others.
What the hell is this?
That's life.
You're telling me that's fucking life?
After defeating them all, Flint then threatened Polo with a dagger and told him to apologize to Anna, and eventually killing him. Some time later, Vincent then kills Daniel because he had leaked his residential address to Polo, which indirectly caused October to be horribly killed. Elsewhere, Flint, who had been prepared with his sniper rifle, then completed his revenge by killing Wilson. The film ends with Vincent lighting candles to commemorate October's death. Even though their time together was short, Vincent feels lost with her departure and blames himself for October's death.